Hey, second grade, welcome back to another math lesson. So, the past few days we have been measuring in inches, feet, and yards. That is the units that we use in the United States, and it's called the customary system. Now, there's another system that almost every country outside of the United States uses, and it's called the metric system. It's nice because everything is in round numbers. So, like we've been practicing before, 12 inches equals 1 foot, but in the metric system, the centimeters, which we are going to be talking about, 100 centimeters fit into a meter. So it's a nice round number. Now you might be thinking, what is a centimeter? What is a meter? I'll tell you now. So a centimeter, you might have already heard it. It's smaller than an inch, okay? You might have heard it because it's the other unit of a ruler. So what I mean by that is we've talked about rulers and we know they measure inches and one ruler equals a foot. So this side is our ruler, inch side because there's 12 of them on this side. If you flip it over, you'll see a smaller amount. These are a lot tinier and there's 30 of them on this side. These are centimeters, okay? So centimeters are smaller, inches are bigger. Now, there's another tool that is used to measure meters, okay? And I'm going to show you that now. It's a lot like a yardstick, but it's longer, okay? So here's our ruler that measures centimeters, and here's our meter stick. Nice name because it's easy to remember. A meter stick is 1 meter long, okay? So those are the two tools we are going to be using today. We're also going to need to know this information, which I've already shared. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, okay? That is going to be really helpful for you on your test practice down here, okay? So if 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, how many would 2 meters equal? You got it, 200 centimeters. That is the key to your test practice below. Anyway, we are going to move on. So we are going to practice a few of these problems together before I send you on your way. Now, we probably don't have meter sticks, especially because most of us don't even have yardsticks. I don't, and I don't know anybody who does. So we are going to estimate today like we did in the past. Now we're going to use the same tricks as we used last week when we were talking about inches, feet, and yards. So I'm going to use my forearm for my ruler again. So 1 forearm is about a foot, which equals, how many centimeters are in this ruler? You got it, 30 centimeters, okay? So that is about a ruler. And we're also going to use our bodies as our meter. So just like I said last week, 1 yard is about 1 kindergartner or a second grader up to their neck. So you're about, up to your neck is about a yard. Same thing with a meter. Your body up to your neck is about a meter, okay? So we're going to use those tips to kind of help us estimate with these next problems. Now remember, estimations are guesses, so you can't really be wrong. The only way I would be like, you could probably have a closer estimation is if you do something like this. So here is my water bottle, right? And if I was looking at it and I said, this is about 3 meters. Whoa, 3 meters is 3 kindergartners. Do you think this is as big as 3 kindergartners? No. So that estimation is a little off. I might have you do a little bit of a closer estimation. But if I said, this is about, it's about my arm, so I'm going to say it's about 30 centimeters or 1 ruler length. I'd say, yeah, that's pretty close. I would agree. All right, so let's practice with another problem. We're going to do number 1 together, and then I'm going to let you do the rest by yourself. So number 1, here's our object, then here's the tool that we need to think about using, and then here's where we're going to estimate. The directions say, find the object, choose the tool, and measure it. Explain why you chose that tool. Since we do not have the tools, we're estimating, which I've said before. All right, so what do you guys think? A car. Would I use a ruler or a meter stick? If you got it, I would definitely use a meter stick because a car is bigger than a ruler, So why not use a bigger tool and make our jobs easier? Now, if I think about it, laying down kindergartners from head to foot, I definitely think this is longer than one kindergartner. I feel like one kindergartner would be from the back to about here. So it would probably be bigger than 2 kindergartners. I'm going to say it's about 3 kindergartners or 3 meters. Since we're using a meter stick, we are measuring in meters. So I'm going to put that M behind it. If we were measuring in centimeters, remember you would put cm. But we're measuring in meters because we are using a meter stick. So it is about 3 meters long. All right, second grade, I am going to let you do the rest on your own. Oops. Hopefully you didn't see that. Otherwise, you got an answer to another problem, which is okay. Now, I am going to head over to my board and practice a word problem with you because there's a few word problems on our assignment. Grab your notebook and a pen if you would like to practice with me before I head over there. So you might want to pause the video. All right, second grade, welcome to our word problem for today. So our word problem says, Sam's toy car is 15 centimeters long. His truck is 23 centimeters long. How much longer is his truck than his car? So the first thing we are going to want to do is we are going to want to do cubs. Now, I know I normally have you write this down. However, I feel like you guys have cubs down. So if you want to write this word problem down and practice cubs with me, you can pause the video here. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on going and do it so that we can move on and you can get started on your lesson. So I am first going to circle my numbers. I have 15 centimeters and I have 20 centimeters. Next, I'm going to underline my question. How much longer is his truck than his car? Then I am going to box key words. So a key word that I am going to box is the word longer. Now, remember yesterday when we were measuring those different objects in our assignment and we were finding the difference? You are doing the exact same thing today. So if you are finding something that is longer or something that is shorter, you are finding the difference. So what does that mean we are going to do? Are we going to add or are we going to subtract? Absolutely, we are going to subtract. So I'm going to write my little subtraction sign there just so I remember. Now, I also want to show you a picture just so that you can kind of understand why we would subtract, not put them together. So I'm going to draw a car that is about 15 centimeters long, okay? Then I am going to draw my truck that is about 23 centimeters long. All right, so there you go. There's my 2 vehicles. Very cute, I know. And as you can see, here I'm going to draw a little tape diagram, okay? So we know that our car is 15. We know that this whole tape diagram, the size of the truck, is 23 centimeters. But we don't know this amount or the difference between 15 and 23. So what we're going to do is we are going to subtract. So I'm going to come over here. I am going to grab my number or my marker, what is going on? And I am going to subtract. I'm going to set it up with a standard algorithm, just because in case we have to regroup. All right, so why don't you write that down in your notebook so that you can help me subtract. All right, now we're ready to subtract. So I have 3, take away 5 in my ones. Can we do that? Nope, so we are going to borrow. So I have 110 left over. My 3 changes to a 13. 13, take away 5. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 1, take away 1 is 0. So my answer is 8 centimeters longer. Now, I'm actually going to erase, you can keep this in yours, I'm just going to erase it so I have a spot to write my answer. Eight centimeters longer. Might want to write a box around that. Anything for it to stand out, you could circle it. Now, I'm going to redraw that tape diagram up here a little bit bigger and show you another strategy you could use if you do not want. Second grade, my video accidentally cut me off. So, back where I was going. So, what I did right up here is I drew a tape diagram, okay? So, my car was 15, my truck was 23, and we need to find the difference. So if you look at these two numbers, something you could do is you could also count up to find the difference. So I have 15 in my head, and I'm going to count up to 23 and see my difference. So I'm going to draw a picture just in case I run out of fingers. So I have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So my missing amount is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 centimeters long. Same answer, just a different strategy. All right, second grade, I am going to send you on your way. Remember, when we are finding objects that are longer or shorter, we are finding the difference. So you can subtract or you can count up in order to find those answers.